Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, an old YouTuber. It's a little bit too late to continue. Yes, the last video Ampere is uploading, but I have a long list. I have many hundreds PDF, so I think could do one more. We have the watt and ampere. I have forgot to delete it. Watts and ampere. Then we can do this Andre Marie. Then we have all this. Then we need all this. Could don't know how many. 50. Then we need all this. So why not take one more? But it's 10:30. 10:30. It's a little bit too late. But let's take one more, then I can watch some Netflix, then sleep, then I will continue tomorrow. Let's do that, but I'm thirsty. Put the alarm clock on. Put the alarm clock on. Get something to drink. Yes, but I could lower the microphone. I could lower the speakers. I could lower the speakers a little bit because it's late evening. It's on 58. I could lower it to 52 or something like that. No, because it's just Wednesday. Many need to go up to work. They get up early in the morning and need to go to work to make money. They get up 6 a.m. They need to go to bed now, like 10 or 11. But lower the yes 58. Let's lower to 52. But we do that when it's running. Let's get started. Read loud. Read whole documents.
Andre Marie Ampere. Andre Marie Ampere Ampere Andre 1825.jpg. Engraving of Andre Marie Ampere, born 20 January 1775, Lyon, Kingdom of France, seeded 10 June 1836, aged 61, Marseille, Kingdom of France, nationality French, known for Emperor's circuit or l'Emperor's force, l'Emperor's right-hand grip, Ruli Amperian loop, model of Avogadro Ampere, hypothesis Mange Ampere, equation scientific career, fields physics institution, École Polytechnique, signature Iandra, copyright symbol Marie Ampere, signature.svg. Andre Marie Ampere, UK/PR, AEM/US/Latin letter AEMPR/winking sad smiley 1, French, P. The 20th of January, 1775, the 10th of June, 1836, 2, was a French physicist, mathematician and lay Catholic who was one of the founders of the science of classical electromagnetism, which he referred to as electrodynamics. He is also the inventor of numerous applications, such as the solenoid, a term coined by him, and the electrical telegraph. As an autodidact, Ampere was a member of the French Academy of Sciences and professor at l'École Polytechnique and the Collège de France. The SI unit of measurement of electric current, the ampere, is named after him. His name is also one of the 72 names inscribed on the Eiffel Tower. Contents: Early life, French Revolution, teaching career, work in electromagnetism, honors legacy, writings, references, further reading, external links. Early life. Henri Ampere was born on the 20th of January, 1775 to Jean-Jacques Ampere, a prosperous businessman, and Jeanne Antoinette de Saussi Ampere, during the height of the French Enlightenment. He spent his childhood and adolescence at family property at Polimier-Ormondy or near Lyon. 3. Jean-Jacques Ampere, a successful merchant, was an admirer of philosophy of Jean-Jacques Rousseau, whose theories of education, as outlined in his treatise Emile, were the basis of Ampere's education. Rousseau believed that young boys should avoid formal schooling and pursue instead an education direct from nature. Ampere's father actualized this ideal by allowing his son to educate himself within the walls of his well-stocked library. French Enlightenment masterpieces such as Georges Louis Leclerc, Comte de Buffon's Histoire naturelle, Générale et particulière, begun in 1749, and Denis Diderot and Jean Laurent d'Alembert's Encyclopédie, volumes added between 1751 and 1772, thus became Ampere's schoolmasters. The young Ampere, however, soon resumed his Latin lessons, which enabled him to master the works of Leonhard Euler and Daniel Bernoulli. 4. French Revolution. In addition, Ampere used his access to the latest books to begin teaching himself advanced mathematics at age 12. In later life, Ampere claimed that he knew as much about mathematics and science when he was 18 as ever he knew. But as a polymath, his reading embraced history, travels, poetry, philosophy, and natural sciences. 4. His mother was a devout Catholic, so Ampere was also initiated into the Catholic faith along with Enlightenment science. The French Revolution, 1789-99, that began during his youth was also influential. Ampere's father was called into public service by the new revolutionary government. 5. Becoming a justice of the peace in a small town near Lyon. When the Jacobin faction seized control of the revolutionary government in 1792, his father Jean-Jacques Ampere resisted the new political tides, and he was guillotined on the 24th of November, 1793, as part of the Jacobin purges of the period. In 1796, Ampere met Julie Caron, and in 1799 they were married. Ampere took his first regular job in 1799 as a mathematics teacher, which gave him the financial security to marry Caron and father his first child, Jean-Jacques, named after his father, the next year. Jean-Jacques Ampere eventually achieved his own fame as a scholar of languages. Ampere's maturation corresponded with the transition to the Napoleonic regime in France, and the young father and teacher found new opportunities for success within technocratic structures favored by the new French first consul. In 1802, Ampere was appointed a professor of physics and chemistry at the École Centrale in Bourg-en-Bresse, leaving his ailing wife and infant son Jean-Jacques Antoine Ampere in Lyon. He used his time in Bourg to research mathematics, producing Considerations sur la théorie mathématique de jeu, 1802, Considerations on the mathematical theory of games, a treatise on mathematical probability that he sent to the Paris Academy of Sciences in 1803. Teaching career. After the death of his wife in July 1803, 6, 7, Ampere moved to Paris, where he began a tutoring post at the new École Polytechnique in 1804. Despite his lack of formal qualifications, Ampere was appointed a professor of mathematics at the school in 1809. As well as holding positions at this school until 1828, in 1819 and 1820 Ampere offered courses in philosophy and astronomy, respectively, at the University of Paris, and in 1824 he was elected to the prestigious chair in experimental physics at the Collège de France. In 1814, Ampere was invited to join the class of mathematicians in the new Institut Impérial. the umbrella under which the reformed State Academy of Sciences would sit. Ampere engaged in a diverse array of scientific inquiries during the years leading up to his election to the academy, writing papers and engaging in topics from mathematics and philosophy to chemistry and astronomy, which was customary among the leading scientific intellectuals of the day. Ampere claimed that at 18 years he found three culminating points in his life: his first communion, the reading of Antoine Leonard Thomas's eulogy of Descartes, and the taking of the Bastille. On the day of his wife's death he wrote two verses from the Psalms, and the prayer, "O Lord, God of mercy, unite me in heaven with those whom you have permitted me to love on earth." In times of duress he would take refuge in the reading of the Bible and the Fathers of the Church. 8. Sur la philosophie des sciences. For a time he took into his family the young student Frédéric Ozanam, 1813-1853, one of the founders of the Conference of Charity, later known as the Society of Saint Vincent de Paul. Through Ampere, Ozanam had contact with leaders of the Neo-Catholic movement, such as François-René de Chateaubriand, Jean-Baptiste Henry Lacordaire, and Charles Forbes-René de Montalembert. Ozanam was beatified by Pope John Paul II in 1998. Work in electromagnetism. In September 1820, Ampere's friend and eventual eulogist François Arago showed the members of the French Academy of Sciences surprising discovery of Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted. A magnetic needle is deflected by an adjacent electric current. Ampere began developing a mathematical and physical theory to understand the relationship between electricity and magnetism. Furthering Ørsted experimental work, Ampere showed that two parallel wires carrying electric currents attract or repel each other depending on whether the currents flow in the same or opposite directions, respectively. This laid the foundation of electrodynamics. He also applied mathematics in generalizing physical laws from these experimental results. The most important of these was the principle that came to be called Ampere's law, which states that the mutual action of two lengths of current-carrying wire is proportional to their lengths and to the intensities of their currents. Ampere also applied this same principle to magnetism, showing the harmony between his law and French physicist Charles-Augustin de Coulomb's law of electric action. Ampere's devotion to, and skill with, experimental techniques anchored his science within the emerging fields of experimental physics. Ampere also provided a physical understanding of the electromagnetic relationship, theorizing the existence of an electrodynamic molecule, the forerunner of the idea of the electron, that served as the component element of both electricity and magnetism. Using this physical explanation of electromagnetic motion, Ampere developed a physical account of electromagnetic phenomena that was both empirically demonstrable and mathematically predictive. In 1827, Ampere published his magnum opus, Mémoire sur la théorie mathématique des phénomènes électrodynamiques uniquement déduite de l'expérience, Memoir on the mathematical theory of electrodynamic phenomena, uniquely deduced from experience. The works had coined the name of his new science, electrodynamics, and became known ever after as its founding treatise. In 1827, Ampere was elected a foreign member of the Royal Society, and in 1828, a foreign member of the Royal Swedish Academy of Science. 9. Probably the highest recognition came from James Clerk Maxwell, who in his treatise on electricity and magnetism, named Ampere the Newton of electricity. Honors. The 8th of October, 1825, member of the Royal Academy of Science, Letters and Fine Arts of Belgium. 10. Legacy. In recognition of his contribution to the creation of modern electrical science, an international convention signed at the 1881 International Exposition of Electricity, established the ampere as a standard unit of electrical measurement, along with the coulomb, volt, ohm, watt and farad, which are named respectively after Ampere's contemporaries Charles Augustin de Coulomb of France, Alessandro Volta of Italy, Georg Ohm of Germany, James Watt of Scotland and Michael Faraday of England. Ampere's name is one of the 72 names inscribed on the Eiffel Tower. Several items are named after Ampere, many streets and squares, schools, a Lyon metro station, a graphics processing unit microarchitecture, a mountain on the moon and an electric ferry in Norway. 11. Writings. Considerations sur la théorie mathématique du jeu. Paris, Lyon, Paris 1802, online Lyceum Internet Archive. André-Marie Ampère, 1822, Recueil d'observations électrodynamiques, contenant diverses mémoires, notices, extraits de lettres ou d'ouvrages périodiques sur les sciences, relatifs à l'action mutuelle de deux courants électriques, et celles qui existent entre eux.
That was good. There was one part. Last edit 11 June. I don't know, we should, but now it's 11. But there was something more. There was Ampere's law, and there was something called James Watt. I think we need to download that. No, not download. Yes, we need to look at that. But already I have it here, but the video splits in 3 minutes. No, we have this Ampere's law. We should maybe do that. And something called James Watt. We just read about what Watt is. Ampere's law. Oh no, we should do that. We can do that. That one mention of James Watt. Forgot him. We have something called Coulomb. I don't know. We don't need to do this. Farad. But I think we should do James Watt. I think we should read that. Not taking more magnetism. What magnetism is? We need magnetism. We need for this for batteries. Maybe we should take this 3-1. Ampere's law, then James Watt, then magnetism, and we need to write it down there. So we delete there, but we have only have few minutes. I don't think we have time to do this. Maybe. Ampere's force, then James Watt, yes, I'll just write it fast because I just need something I can find the PDF again. Then last one, magnetism. That's something we knew about batteries and electricity. But we cannot do everything. That would take many years, many months and years to do this. I have to stop expanding my reading lists. But let's do Ampere's law. We could do this, but that's a little bit too late. But let's just do it.